Welcome to Real Estate in the Lowcountry. With me today are Matt Walley and Heather Skow from the Joan Kelly Group. But we have some exciting news because you guys are not only on the Joan Kelly Group together, you're a partnership together. You guys just got engaged. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
It's so exciting. And you work together in real estate. So
Exactly.
Yes.
Professional and personal, and everybody's happy. So that's fantastic. Congratulations. So today we're going to talk a little bit about your role as advisors to people who are coming here, as as consultants, as people that are coming as investors, people that are coming to move here permanently. Tell us a little bit about your role in general.
Sure. I think that we look at, you mentioned investors, and there's a lot of different kinds of investors, or at least a few, right? There's the investor who wants ROI, wants short-term rentals, wants to see as close to cash flow as it can get, he or she. And then there's the investor that wants to build wealth. And while doing so, then there's the third kind of investor that wants to bring their family here and build memories while they're building wealth. And Heather and I just helped just in the last couple of weeks, 3 different families that wanted to do that. And they're so excited because they get to spend that time with their family. And the last thing you want to see is somebody that goes, oh, I wish I'd have done it 3 years ago because now my kids are headed off to college. Right.
Yeah. Well, and that's when we moved down here. It was kind of one of those make or break situations. I said, okay, my kids can grow up with their grandparents that live down here, or we can wait till they graduate from high school. And why wait? So I love that. Yeah, it's so great that you guys could help people do that. All right, so Matt, we've gotten your kind of take on advising and consulting from the investment point of view. Heather, give us your take on your role as a real estate agent.
Okay, so like you mentioned, I do view my role as a consultant and an advisor. So it's always my goal to understand what somebody's needs are, and their goals really become mine.
Yeah.
So right now we're hearing a lot of people say, gosh, is this still a really good time to sell? It is a great time to sell. Inventory levels, despite the rates that are climbing, inventory levels are still very, very low.
Yeah.
Historically, rates are still low. Even though we're approaching that 6.5%, they're still historically low. So,
if somebody says to you, I'm gonna wait to put my house on the market and see if rates go down, or maybe I'm going to rent it out, or what are you hearing from people, because they're hesitating, I think, a little bit.
Okay, so markets are very cyclical. So if we do see a market shift, it could take 3 to 5 years minimum for that market to come back. So if somebody's willing to wait,
the question becomes, how long do they want to be a landlord for?
Right.
Because it's not going to be next September. It may be 2028. It may be,
Right. Well, let's talk about that a little bit, because rates were so low. That's really not going to happen again anytime real soon.
As we heard recently at a Keller Williams event, it was a gift from the gods.
Yeah.
And truly it was. The average we have seen over history is 7.8%. We're still below that.
Right.
So, it's waiting for that to happen again is, that's taking a big gamble, and I think the Vegas odds would be against you.
Yeah, for sure. And so what about, I'm sure you're hearing from buyers the same thing. Well, maybe I'm going to wait a little while and see what happens. What would your advice be to them? Because again, it's probably not going to happen, and their buying power is just going to keep going down.
Well, and I think it goes back to motivation, right? Are you bringing your family here to enjoy time on vacation, and do you want to give that up, right, for the next 3 years? And the other question is, how long are you going to hold on to the property? Because if you're buying it to sell it next year, maybe not the right time, right? But if you're buying it as an investment, we've helped people just in the last 2 weeks consulted with clients that bought their homes 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Well, now, they put in 200,000 and they're pulling out $1 million.
Right.
We can do the same thing today. It just seems like a bigger nut on the front end, but we all know that a cup of coffee is not what it used to be 20 years ago, too. So.
Right, and we pay that price for that cup of coffee.
We certainly do.
Like a lot.
We certainly do.
We do. So what makes you guys unique, and why should people call you to be their consultants?
So between the two of us, we have over 30 years experience in real estate. I have a lot of experience on the luxury side. We have connections really all over the country, no matter where somebody's looking to move.
Yeah, for sure. And I ran offices for Keller Williams all over the Southeast, as well as globally for a little while as well. And so we really have a great network. And one of the things we don't talk about often is Keller Williams Luxury, but 21,000 plus agents last year did sales over $1 million just in our company.
Well, and now you guys are combined, so you're a force to be reckoned with, right?
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
So thank you both for being here. Again, congratulations, and I look forward to seeing you again soon.
Thanks, Betsy.
Okay, thank you.